What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We got quick guides coming for every map in Call of the Wild, starting with Rancho del Arroyo and working our way all the way down to Hirschfeld. These guys will come with a color-coded hotspot map that will cover every species on every given map in the Hunter Call of the Wild. They will also come with an integrity chart that will show you what you can and can't use for each species on said map. I hope you guys enjoy these videos and find them helpful. If you do, please do drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Lots of awesome content coming on the way for you guys. Feel free to join the Discord where you can download the hotspot maps and the integrity charts. The link is down below in the description, but without further ado, baby, let's jump into it. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Quick Guide series, part 5. We got Yukon Valley today. We're out here in beautiful Yukon Valley, my personal favorite map. I love this map. We're going to go over everything. We're going to cover loadouts, hotspots. We're going to talk a little bit about specific hotspots, little things on the map that I can point out for you guys to help you guys hunt successfully on Yukon Valley. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. So far, we have done Rancho del Arroyo, T. Aroa, Silver Ridge Peaks, and Cuatro Colinas. We're working our way back from the newest map to the oldest, and today brings us to Yukon Valley. So without further ado, without wasting any time, because this is a quick series guide, we're not going to waste a whole bunch of time, make it a long video. We're going to keep it short. So the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and toss up the hotspot map for Yukon Valley. You guys can download this map as well as all of the other maps for all the other quick guides as I release them in the Discord. I'm going to also toss up an integrity chart later on in this video for you guys, so you guys can see all of the ammunition that you can and can't use for each species on this map. But first things first, hotspots. This shows all the times up on the top, all the hotspots for every single species. Join the Discord, download it, use it for reference. Boom, you're going to get diamonds and rares and all the cool stuff. You're gonna love Yukon, man. Yukon is so good. Anyways, moving on from that, let's move straight into loadout. Let's talk a little bit about my loadout. So let's take a look at what I'm carrying with me in Yukon Valley. You don't have to carry exactly what I'm carrying. You can carry a different variation, but I'm carrying my standard loadout, which is the M1 30-06, the Ranger 243. I've got the 22 for the ducks. I've also got the 300. I've got my Apex View binoculars, and then I've got 4 collars. Let's go over each one of these in a little bit more detail. So the M1, it covers classes 4 to 8. There's a lot of different options, just like I talk about in all of these guides. There's a lot of different options. The Eckers 30-06 is one, the 303, the 6.5. Whole bunch of different options for this slot. I like to carry the M1 30-06. I love the quick firing rate, and yeah, it's just my favorite. But you do have a bunch of other options. Take a look at the integrity chart, and I'll just pop the integrity chart onto the screen right now for you guys, so you guys can see that up at the top of the screen here as we're going over everything, and you can kind of see what I mean. You can see all the different options for all the different classes of animals. The Ranger 243, I've got that just for red foxes. It's my gun of choice for this slot. You're not going to be able to use the Mosin on foxes. They are class 2. They're not a class 3. So the 243 is your best bet, absolutely, when it comes to rifles for the red foxes. The 22, I've got that for the Harlequin ducks, obviously. A whole bunch of other options if you want to shoot ducks with a shotgun. You can even do it with a bow. You can do it with a handgun. A whole bunch of different options. I've got the Apex View binoculars, the best binoculars in the game. They got the built-in rangefinder. The 300 is my favorite choice for the plains bison, the grizzly bears, and the moose on this map. You can also use the 338, a whole bunch of other options. You can use the friggin' the 470 for the plains bison is an option. And then I've got 4 different collars. I've got the predator jackrabbit collar. I've also got the distressed fawn collar, though. I'm bringing them both out because I can use these for bears. You can't use the jackrabbit collar for bears. So this gives us 2 different options for whichever one we prefer for the red fox, as well as for the gray wolves. And then we can also call bears if we want to with the distressed fawn collar, and you cannot do that with the jackrabbit collar. The antler rattler, that's for caribou, and then I've got the moose collar if I want to call some moose, and then I've also got my first aid kits. So you can do different variations of this. You don't have to take the collars if you don't want to. You can take tripods, you can take tents if you want to. A whole bunch of different options. But yeah, the integrity chart is there for you guys in my Discord. Join the Discord if you haven't already. The integrity charts and the hotspot maps they're all there for download. As I upload these videos, I'm putting the integrity charts and the hotspot maps into the Discord. So far we've got 5 out of 10. We're halfway there, baby. But yeah, I'm gonna bring up the map, and we're gonna talk some specifics here about certain things, about certain different species that we need to go over. The first thing I want to talk about is grizzly bears. Now, if you're hunting grizzly bears and you want to find the males, I'm guessing you probably want to find the big males, right? Well, the big males are all on the right side of the river. I don't know if that's intended. It's just the way that it is right now. They're all along the right side, and you want to cover all these little spots. They do go into these little, little ponds and whatnot along the right side, and as you go along, it becomes the south side as the river turns at the bottom of the map here. So all of the males, for whatever reason, they're all on the right side as you work your way down. I like to start in the north. I've got a tent here. I run along the train tracks, and cover this area. Now keep in mind, another thing is there's probably going to be grizzly bears further north than you can see from the tracks, so it might be a good idea, now that we can't jump off of the tracks and use advantage, they've patched that, now that you can't do that, I'm probably going to end up putting a tent down here, just so that I can, if I find something up here, I don't have to run all the way back and run all the way back around in order to get down here. So you want to go a little bit further north than what's visible from the tracks. There's usually, for me, there's usually grizzlies up there. There's also sometimes caribou up there, and there's also going to be ducks up there. And then I just work my way down. I go down the right side until the river becomes narrow enough that I can see across. So you want to follow the right side. You're going to have male bears all down along here, and then as soon as the river gets narrow enough that you can see across it, go over to the left, because it's easier to do that. It's just easier to hunt across the river than it is on the same side. The only reason you're following the river on the right side is because it's too wide up here. You won't be able to see across. And then I just work my way down, and all the way down, like I said, you're gonna have grizzly bears along the right side and then down on the south. Probably my favorite lake in Yukon Valley is this little lake right here. I've got a tent here just far enough away that I'm not spooking anything when I travel to it, but this lake is huge for moose, plains bison, red fox, caribou. You're gonna have tons of those species at their drink time down at this lake, so don't skip out on this lake. A lot of people, I think, kind of forget about it. They hunt these 4 lakes. And for me, for a long time, when I first started hunting Yukon, I never went down there. And then I started hunting down there, and like a lot of the time I'll have like 4, 5, 6 red fox when they're drinking, lots of caribou, lots of plains bison, and you'll probably have 4, 5, 6 moose when they're drinking down here as well. So it's an awesome spot. Wolves, really easy to remember for wolves, all along the left side, all of these lakes. Wolfhead Lake is your main hotspot for wolves. Start at this outpost, work your way around. You're gonna have tons of packs of wolves. Yukon Forest, really cool for wolves, really good for caribou. Red foxes you're gonna have up here. This lake is one of my favorite lakes. Really good for caribou down at the ends under the train tracks here. Caribou under there, wolves, red fox, moose. I don't hunt these lakes down here too often, but I would check them on your map. Check for moose, check for caribou. These lakes, they're not super active, but they're worth checking. I do have a tent down here, just in case I do find something down there. The Crown Gold Wetlands, this is one of my favorite spots for plains bison, one of my favorite spots for moose. This is good for caribou in here as well. Harlequin ducks, the river is your best bet. If you want to go duck hunting on Yukon, the river's your best bet. These 4 lakes are good as well. Those are your hot spots for the Harlequin ducks. Moose are really good along the river. They used to be better along the river. I've found the last few times that I've run the river for moose, I'm not seeing as many as I usually do. I'm not really sure why, but if you're hunting moose, you definitely want to be checking the river. But I think that pretty much covers all of the main things that I want to talk about. And we did it quick, baby. These guides do not have to be 20 minutes. I say it in every single one, but we covered hotspots, we covered loadouts, we talked about specifics on the map. There are other things that we could go over, but these quick guides are meant to just kind of quickly go over everything, give you guys a map, give you guys an integrity chart, talk a little bit about weapons, and loadouts, and hotspots, and I hope it helps you, and I hope this helped you guys, and I hope you guys like Yukon as much as I do. I absolutely love this map. What's your favorite map? Let me know down in the comments what your favorite map in Called Wild is. Why do you like it? What are your favorite species to hunt? I would love to hear from you guys down in the comments. Also, if you like this video, drop a like on it, share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I got a lot of awesome content on the way for you guys. Be safe, take care, happy hunting, and I will see you guys in the next one.